Hello and welcome back to All Under Heaven. We have just had our coronation, which means our legitimacy has gone up by a significant amount. Now it's time to basically hold events and things until our legitimacy goes up to, well, a number we're happy with, which is probably going to be 7, right? We would very much like it to be at 7, because I think at 7, that's the point where we start getting this. We start getting our yearly drifts for being expected legitimacy level, so yeah, that's what we're going to do first. So, let's just see what we got here. If there's anything we actually have to click on first. Grandson needs married. Okay. So, grandson, let's use this. Okay, there we go. And we're at 230, which means that we then go in here and we go inheritable. We're down to 14 characters. See if anybody has any crazy traits. You have Amazonian. Let's go with that. Right, wonderful. Okay, station men-at-arms. We can do that. That is definitely something we can do. So we'll go in here, and we'll just start stationing them. We have more men-at-arms than we used to. I just figured out what's happening. Oh, this is really annoying. So, what's happening? Because the reason it's annoying is because it's going to continue happening, and I can already see it, because we had less men-at-arms last time, right? What I think is happening is when all these kingdoms die, right, and the land reverts back to you, I think the men-at-arms are also reverting to us, which is why we have so many tiny men-at-arms. It's because basically what's happening is they're dying, their men-at-arms get inherited by us, therefore we have a pile of men-at-arms, and then we give away the land, but we keep the men-at-arms. Huh, that is very annoying. I wonder whether... Somebody said there's an event that triggers if you hold that land for a little longer. I'm wondering whether that event also clears up the men-at-arms. Let's see. Anyway, we know we're at 7 of 9, so let's give away some of these. Oh, not give away. Let's station some of these. That's the word I was looking for, station. Go with that. I don't really care where they're stationed. I'm not really planning on going to war right now, so... just station a whole bunch of them. And if we do go to war, trust me, we have other options. That can go there. I don't know why all of this is, like, nothing. Why did these have, like, 0? Are they just empty? Oh, they're temple holdings. Oh, well, they'll disappear in a second anyway, then. Right. Let's just unpause and wait a month. Okay. Right, and that's improved... oh, that's actually... Never mind, that's some friendship improving relations, not the marriage that we just set up. Okay. Hey, our dynasty banner increased in, like, rank. That's cool. That's because our renown went up last time, and it was just catching up, basically. Okay. So, wait a second. And end of the month. Cool. Should have recalculated a bunch of stuff now. You want this worn manuscript? Well, I have a lot of worn manuscripts. Which one do you want? You want the one that gives scheme secrecy? No? Okay. Cool. So, we do still have a peasants faction. Let's see, we have one person in it. It's due to mocked gift and pilfered provisions, neither of which I believe are corruption. That's in our capital, right? I can check if it's corruption or not by doing this. No, so we can't remove it. Yeah, so... we need to think about that. Maybe an inspection in our capital to raise popular opinion would be a good start. That could work. My grandson can marry. Well, luckily, do you know what? We already have something set up so we can choose somebody to marry my grandson. Let's go with you. Wonderful. Right. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Just want to check that they're all stationed. Yeah, because I thought we were stationing them... Oh, these are now leases. Okay, that's fine. And then I'm assuming that they're no longer giving, like, 0 benefit. No, it still gives 0 benefit. Why? Just a city holding that has no benefits. Oh, okay. So it's legitimately 0. That's fine. I just want to check that buildings weren't disabled or something like that. Anyway. Right. I think the other thing we should do is we should have a look at our... yeah, all of these. So these are activities that are oh no. So that says it's an activity. That's a local examination activity. Oh, right. There's a local examination and that on the same pixel there. Okay. So, this is going... we can't contribute because we don't have enough. We're not governor and we don't have all of that sort of stuff. So what does this do? Gives you developed communities and development growth. Okay. Every holding adds or upgrades a building. That's pretty good. So, construct great barracks. What does this do? A great barracks building. Alright. Pretty self-explanatory. Improve the Great Wall. Improves the Great Wall building. Alright, wonderful. Just seeing what all of these are. And then we should have some more grand projects we can look at in... here? Yeah. So improve the Great Wall. We can do that all along. How much does it... that costs a huge amount of treasury. Construct great barracks. Improve settlements. Okay. So what's the Grand Canals? So this gives target area Grand Canals. So it's a bunch of bonuses. Oh, okay. That's cool. You can do another grand campaign. Establish control. Yeah. And strengthen capital. You get celestial capital for 20 years. No yearly drift will occur in any stability. That's interesting. No yearly drift will occur. So, no yearly drift option at all. Huh. Yeah, that must be meant to be... you must be meant to use that when you're unstable, I guess. Dynastic cycle era, while this is the realm capital... oh, right, sorry, I thought these were two separate things, but it's the end of the sentence. Okay, no, in any stability cycle, while this is the realm capital. Okay, what's the other one? Pre-success for university visit activity in this location. Capital builder, get legitimacy as well. What other stuff do you get? More legitimacy for contributing and more bonuses. Okay, they cost way too much for us to do, but that's interesting. And you can get the Forbidden City building. Ooh, that's a nice building. Okay, cool. We should definitely think about these things at some point, but probably when we're a little bit richer. What does Consult Heaven do? Consults Heaven to trigger Dynastic Cycle's Dynastic Cycle Catalyst. So this is for the House Head, but now we actually want to use our House Head to move things towards expansion, if we want to go for expansion. Maybe we should make that decision. Do we want to go expansion or advancement? I think we should go expansion because we haven't gone expansion yet, and it's the only thing we haven't done, right? So we should do that. So I'm obviously okay, so we're not going to do that because we already want to. We're already favoring the era we want to. Back to this. Favor a movement. I could favor I could favor the pro-U movement. I just don't think there's a reason till we move people away. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Because I don't think we can debate. So, yeah. Okay. Well, looking at that, we should definitely consult Heaven then. We should then leverage something. Probably our level of devotion. And it's unavailable for 10 years. Yeah. So that is now, in theory, moved us 25 further towards expansion. Cool. Okay. Let's hold an inspection. Inspections cannot be hosted in the capital. Alright, well I'm not going to hold an inspection in our capital then. I can't hold it in one of these either, so that's fine. I'm going to hold local examination then, because it's free. We're going to hold it in the capital. Wonderful. We want more legitimacy. We want more legitimacy. Our goal will be favoritism. Let's go. Start our local examination. Right. And let's go. 3 months till it begins. Inspiration, Fickle Philip. I bump into a very grave-looking Dasheng, my metalsmith, hoping that she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid goblet she should soon have ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. I've hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as pressure mounts. I just need some inspiration. Mighty Huangdi, might you have some prior examples I could examine? Go to the Great Hall and say I know what you need because we are a gardener or athletic. Okay, so we can make her athletic and then have a chance of higher quality. Do the same because of our what miracle worker novice physician thing. Real inspiration comes within. Let's do this because it's got a higher percentage chance of good stuff. I mean, it also had a chance that she died, but, you know, that's not our problem. Secretary, director is now stronger, so they're at level 3. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to, like, swing it back, unfortunately. They're self-interested. Not his favorite era, not favored minister. Okay. Not a favored minister, not favored era. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you to join my movement. I'm going to give you a bunch of money to join my movement. Let's see how that changes things. So he's now joined my movement. Now how is he feeling? He's now situational. Okay, so at least he's less self-interested. He shouldn't be a member of the favored movement anymore. That should disappear. Yeah, that should no longer be a thing because he's not a member of the favored movement because he's moved to my movement. Right? And the favored movement... Wait, actually, what is the favored movement? Oh yeah, the favored movement's still this movement, technically. I could try and make it pro-U, though. Yeah, let's favor the pro-U movement. Gives a -5 towards division for doing it. We could also favor expansion if we wanted to, which adds towards expansion, but I want to take away from division. Let's do that for now. Okay. Let's see what happens. Right, it says legitimacy true. Oh, because I'm a true ruler. I see, but it's not the expected legitimacy level. Imperial favor. Arguments go back and forth between two opponents for quite some time. They plead with logic, talk about the future of the realm, and not without the occasional insult, consider the qualities of a leader. As the debate ends, Governor Zhao Lijian appears to have the stronger reasoning and would be a natural winner. As Huangdi, however, it is my purview to declare the winner as I see fit. So you're a member of the conservative movement, and you're a member of the pro-U movement. So I want the pro-U movement to be the winner. Yeah. Okay. Peasant slots to serve their lord. Right. Where's this revolt? I can manage things from here. It's here. Okay. So let's make ourselves a little rally point, like there-ish. Let's go. Raise all. That'll do. Attack. Entrants have gathered. We're going to support the entrants who are my family members. I don't know who's my family member who's actually in it, but, you know. It's fine, we'll support them. Somebody joined my war, that's fine. Right. Enforce demands. Cool, I've won the war. Disband the army. This person who I captured. I think I'm just going to execute you, yep. Seems good to me. Right, so I need to re-raise county control in our capital, so let's do that. Then, inspired person can be sponsored. Do you want to write a book about diplomacy you're considered a master? Okay, sure. Right. Next, the thing I want to do is, it said one of my counselors died. I shouldn't have clicked it away. It was my realm priest. Okay, my realm priest died. That's fine. Okay, let's not worry about it. Right. Bell chimes. Let's go. I have a court poet now, apparently. Oh, okay. Yep, that's fine, I guess. Also, I have 2 palace artisans I can put in here. Gives us a little court grandeur bonus. Poet? Gives you court grandeur at least for having a poet. And get you to write poetry, which will give me a bonus. Sure, why not? Sounds fine. What is our court grandeur right now? It's about halfway to 5. It's not bad. Okay, I now have a fire dragon engineer. I'm going to need you to stop assigning people to positions. Because then each time you do it, I have to go and check whether I want anything. Okay, that's fine. Hamlets are finished. Great. Court event. Came to me in a dream. I've been thoroughly enjoying the quarters you've assigned me. They're so spacious I can pace around while thinking and work undisturbed at leisure. The view on the garden is breathtakingly inspiring, and the bed, oh the bed, it's so comfortable. I feel like sleeping on a cloud. In fact, a heavenly inspiration to make your goblet even better just came to me while I was sleeping. I need to hurry back to work. That's cool. So they're going to make my goblet better. An exact tribute from you. I already exacted tribute. And you're already sending somebody. Alright. Just checking every couple days. You got any more tribute? So this is my master physician. Wait. Okay, so this is my concubine has given birth to 2 children. My master physician just is here. Okay, that's fine. So, child 1, child 2. Wonderful. Okay. Hey, my grandson passed. That's nice. I got some legitimacy. I seem to get less events than usual in that one, but that's okay. And I just got some legitimacy gain, and I lose less legitimacy when I lose it. Nice. We're now at level 5, which gives us a bunch of bonuses. We still need to get up to level 7, but we're getting there step by step. Okay. Worn manuscript needs to be repaired. We will repair that. Okay. We can meditate or do our inspection. Our inspection is still free, which is weird, because the reason our inspection is free is because we asked somebody to pay for our next inspection when we were a governor, and that's why it's now free. It's also the reason why our local examination was free. But anyway. So if I hold an inspection, it's going to be in like, any of these ones. I guess I could do it in this low control one nearby. If I got any land that I hold, which needs an inspection. So I'm trying to figure out what so I hold this land over here for some reason. Not entirely sure why I hold this kingdom and not this kingdom, but let's not worry about that. Yeah. Who holds this kingdom? Oh, this guy. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, do I want to? Like, do something over there? I just feel like I should do an inspection. Huh. Is this one of mine? Nope. Mine are here. None are low in control over here. Go to this one, maybe. Try and get rid of its negative stuff. I don't know. I don't think it will, but... Let's go here. Wonderful. And I can also go via this one if I want to. But there's no reason to. Let's do one of those, and let's go with a survey intent to make our... yeah, to make our land in the capital better. Let's go. Okay, what do you want to write about? Whatever, as long as you do it well. Hey, Dasheng has made me a goblet that means that I lose less tyranny. Or sorry, I lose more tyranny. Sorry, I forgot that was a good one to lose more of. But yes. Doesn't really matter, and the main thing is it also gives you 3 court grandeur. Which means that our court grandeur immediately jumps up a little bit. I think. Because I think that's flat court grandeur that's just added on, and it's permanent, rather than it being a baseline add. I could be wrong. Okay. Right, carrying on. Hey, more grandchildren are passing examinations. That's great. 20 days till this starts. Imperial favor. I want to go with Prefect He. Did he win? He did. Fantastic. So yet another pop-up we've managed to find. This time it's the pop-up for debates. Want to improve taxes or popular opinion? Popular opinion, maybe? Okay, the hidden hinterlands. Out here to find yourself some poachers, are you? A ragged-looking hunter yells at us as we approach a small camp during one of my surveys of the hinterlands of Yangzhou. Plenty to be found, even if it ain't real royal land. Here in Tianchang, it's every man for himself. If you want to stake your claim on these lands, you're going to need someone who can show up in your name regularly, if you know what I mean. He continues with a wink before he bites into a chunk of grilled meat. A group who can show everything, or everyone here, that the land really belongs to me. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Wilderness control. Recruit a local huntsman. Or who cares about a poacher or two? Let's say who cares about a poacher or two. Get the success chance. Wonderful. Do I want to be friends with this guy? How many friends do I have? I have 6, so I don't need to be friends with anyone. But sure, I'll be friends with this guy, because the other option is nothing. People of Yangzhou. I want to go with either of these, just whichever one has the higher percentage, so this one. Wonderful. We're making headway. This person was educated by this person, which has increased our house relations. And our success chance increased. You've managed to make this increase my vassal limit by 2. That's actually a huge increase to an artifact. That's absurdly good. These two can get married. Okay. That's fine. Oh, right. I forgot we've married them into the Zhao family, which is the same one that we usurped, but it's kind of interesting. Anyway, back to this. I will pay to have something be a higher quality. And we have concluded this. So, we get ourselves some legitimacy. We get the inspection focus, so general opinion up. Get some money. Greatly improved salary, which doesn't matter because we don't get a salary. I don't think. No, no salary for us. Okay. And this gets improved levies and popular opinion. Nice. Okay. And then we get to head home, which we will now do. New martial perk. Okay, traveling troop. Let's become friends with my daughter. Wonderful. Now we want to grab ourselves strict organization. Let's go. You can go to the children's examination. You passed. Well done, child. Right. You've increased control in our capital. Fantastic. Go back to that one. Okay. We are now home again. There's a disease. We will send somebody to deal with it. Want radical action? Okay, I'll do radical action. We've had this event already today. Let's go with this one. Okay, did they die? Nope. We got the neutral option. Fair enough. Make a request. Nope, you're not having my banner. Right, dangerous faction. The Yellow Furs Rebellion. Okay. So this is where the rebellion is. Over here. Why? Wait, with 49 popular opinion, you're in this? That doesn't seem right. You sure? Wait, it says it's got -3 cultural acceptance. But popular opinion is really high. So I don't understand why we have a faction appearing here. Also not entirely sure who you are. If I murder you, does that just get rid of it? I don't really know who you... Well, maybe I should learn your language? Yeah, sure, I'm going to learn your language. Right, and then the other faction? 4 members, but the popular opinion's kind... Oh, wait, but that's not due to popular opinion then? It should be due to popular opinion. Popular opinion's -49 due to Fastened Vanguard. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Grand Mentor position vacated. I assume because he's doing something else now. Let's go with you. Wonderful. Right. We can meditate for a bit if we wanted to. Anything else that we want to do? Capital examination, I guess. We have the money for it. Yeah? Let's do a capital examination. Ooh. So if you're in expansion, you can go for military strategists. If you're in advancement, you can go for efficient governors. But right now, we can only go for insightful scholars, people who have a lot of learning. Okay, open summons. Extreme grade. You can't espouse legitimacy. You must have Sons of Our Fathers perk. Okay, I don't have that. So that's fine. Let's do this. What is the Sons of Our Fathers perk? I'm assuming that must be a Dynasty Legacy. Sons of Our Fathers, Sons of Our Fathers, Sons of Our Fathers. Because it said you doesn't have it, which generally means that it's going to have to be something at the Dynasty level, which would be this, but I don't see an obvious answer for where that is. Oh no, there we go. Sons of Our Fathers. Ah, so it allows you to espouse legitimacy. So maybe we should consider going down that at some point. Anyway. How long till this begins? 8 months. Okay. Our goal is to scout talent, apparently. You can't cheat and let your children get bonuses in this one, apparently. Right, how are we looking in terms of dynastic cycle? That's at 1390, and that's due to the wars, probably, pushing it up there. This is at 615. Let's see if we can get some people into our thing. Let's get some people out of this conservative movement. As this will give us... Oh, but this doesn't give us anything for getting them into our movement. Wait a second, why doesn't it give us anything? Because there's nothing that... Okay, because it doesn't give you anything. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Mostly yearly drift for this one, actually. Upgrading the Great Wall would actually give us some benefits. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, let's get people out of the conservative movement. I think that's the easiest thing to do right away. Because that will at least sway power here and get minuses on them. So, yeah. So it should give them minuses, but I don't think it's popping up for some reason. Yeah, we're still going to do it. Let's use prestige and money. It's going to cost a lot of prestige, but it's the right way to do this. You as well. Let's offer you a small bribe. You'll just join me. Wonderful. Nice. So that should have given us some negatives towards this cycle, I think. I didn't check, but... So it's 8. I think it was 8 before as well. So I don't think that's actually giving us any benefits, swaying people towards our movement. Interestingly. I mean, it is giving us the benefit because people aren't in this movement, but... No. It's not giving us the benefits we might hope for. Right, there we go. Little bribe. Nice. See, that should have put us up at like 10, right? Yeah, so that's not actually giving you it. That's not giving you the benefits for swaying them. That's interesting. Anyway, it's still worth it to weaken this movement because at the worst case, we get the vision, and the people in the pro-U movement join us anyway. So we might as well get ourselves into that sort of situation. Right, let's do that. And then a little bribe. Cool. So basically everybody who was in the previous movement, I'm just like slowly moving over to our new movement. Bribe prestige. Bribe. Okay. There's 2 more in. Lost my caravan master apparently. New clearer of the way needed. That's going to be my son. Definitely. No nepotism here. Right. Here? Wait a second. That's my son. Of course he's willing to join my... Yeah, he's my disciple. He's just going to join my movement because we told him to. Great. Right. Imperial favor. I choose my guy. Yeah, I choose my guy. And he won the debate anyway, technically, so... That's fine. Let's get a few more into my movement. There we go. Right, next. I think that might be my disciple. Yep, that's my disciple. Yep. Inspiration realized. You made me a book called... Hand Court Politics. That's a cool book. It's really useful if we were doing diplomacy. Which we're not, but, you know. It's really useful for when we next do it. Cool. I have a court artificer now. Great Barracks project was completed. That's nice. Okay. Cool. Right. Inspired person can be sponsored. What do you want to make me? Regalia. Not really that bothered about that, to be honest. I am tempted to just say yes, because we seem to just be sponsoring everybody to make anything, but anyway. In here. Swiss Court Artificer, that must be Keeper of Treasures. Alright. That's fine. Do I have anyone better who can do this job yet? Nope. Nobody can do this job. They're all terrible at it. Any Sagacious Recluses? No? That'd be a nice one for them to fill in. Apparently I don't have any more artisan. Oh, you're already an artisan, I see. Cool. Yeah, these are still thinking about firing. It's alright. Part of me is thinking that it would be beneficial to go down here and grab ourselves popular figurehead for the popular opinion. Although I think it's only in lands you directly hold that you get that benefit. So I guess military faction is still, in theory, going to be good anyway. Right, that's okay. Let's swing the scales here, using piety. Cool, we're back down a little bit here. Right, how's our legitimacy looking? About the same. How's this looking? Starts in 3 months. Right, still getting there. This is still moving up a little bit. Or my other books. Yeah, my other books actually give me something, so that's fine. You give me poetry about legacy. Nice. Okay. That's going to finish, which will finish our oath, which is good. We're still exacting tribute. We still have diseases all over the realm, which is not good. Yeah. Assuming actually that's causing us issues with division, right? The diseases. Yeah, yearly drift for ongoing plague. Okay, let's keep getting people into our faction then. Yeah, let's get you in. And you. Nice. Okay, next. Little prestige. You'll just say yes. The more people we take out of this movement, by the way, the better. I'm going to move you now. Oh, you would actually just say no matter what. Okay. Yeah. But the more people we get out of this movement, the better, because it means that when they do a debate to try and put themselves in charge, the debate's more likely to fail because they'll have less people who are good at debating. Because they have less people, right? Oh, I'm missing, yeah, influence. Okay. Let's grab ourselves a little extra prestige. That's as many people as I can move. Right. Hey, we got some more influence. Okay. Sweet treat. So this person's brought me a treat. I'm open to getting a hook on him. That's fine. Capital examination. So I can get prestige. I can get some piety, so the Confucian Creed, or I can get stress loss. Let's go with people who share my interests and get a bonus. Right. Okay. As expected, with the large number of entrants to this examination, a number of lowborns attempted to rise to the occasion. Examiner Jiang Zhong informs me, looking at the courtyard through the window. Jiang Cheng Zong points at a young man who appears locked in a heated argument with two nobles. Wu Xiyun is his name. Despite his rugged demeanor, I admit he shows exceptional promise. So I can keep an eye on him, so he gets 30% more merit. Or truly everyone is equal beneath the heavens. Everyone is equal because that gives me 74 extra legitimacy. Legitimacy is literally the only thing that matters right now. You are going to try and bribe me. Sure, why not? I'll accept a bribe right now. Gained legitimacy from the tribute that this person brought me. That's nice. Right, so we'll do that. Bell chimes. Exam begins. Word reached me that Examiner Shi Xion is nodding off in front of the entrance. It begins with an elbow slipping on the examiner's table, and soon the man was snoring. He's awake now, but who knows what the entrance got up to while he was dozing. Well, this calls every result into question. Grab some more legitimacy. A weed among the flowers. I pause outside the examiner's office, caught by their hushed conversation. I've never seen such an ingenious cheater before. The only reason I noticed Gentleman Su Liangbi's socks were riddled with examination answers because he accidentally got water splashed on them. Also, I just realized that is the reason we hold this land because we held it before we held that land when we did our depose scheme, didn't we? Yeah. So literally, that's land we already held. That's why we hold that land. I think that's what's happened. Anyway, maybe I got that wrong. Anyway, whatever. Examiner Zhou Yanxi shakes his head and mutters, "If only he would apply such skills to passing the test by honest means, he would be a formidable state official. He would redeem himself from my service. The examiner is the one who needs punished. I'll let the examiners work it out." That seems like a problem for the examiners. Wow, vassal limit again on the same book. Wow, so I think it's 4 vassal limit. That's really, really good, in theory. Develop communities task is done. And we gained some more legitimacy, and this person gained a huge amount of merit. Wow. Reciting the annals. The examiners in palace entrance stand gathered, intensely reading and whispering amongst themselves in hushed, nervous tones. It was only right that I, the son of heaven, impart some timeless wisdom. At my signal, the room falls silent in awe, waiting. I gesture towards the shelves the servants come bearing. The sacrificial odes of Shang. Gives me some more legitimacy. Heavenly Huangdi, we thank you for this feast. My vassal, Gentleman Fu Si Zheng, bowing low with a servant at his side. This is my Li Sheng Du Shouyi, a bearer of a humble gift, invigorating herbal infusion for my home in Zhou. But more than drink, I offer his service. His knowledge of metaphysical conundrums will serve the palace. That seems fair, yeah. Court grandeur just went up to level 5. In good humor. As I oversee the crowd, one of the entrants, Gentleman Fu Si Zhen, becomes so enraptured in telling jokes that he barely notices where he's going. Slowly walking backwards, he unwittingly approaches me, exclaiming, "That's how the sun's lost the anvil." I cough gently. The crowd in front of him goes silent. Fu Si Zhen freezes in fear. I say, "Most amusing. Focus on the exam." Or a slight, leave immediately. And it loses him 2 merit ranks. Wow. No, that's fine. I'll say focus on the exam. Raise my legitimacy. Bell chimes for exam number 2. Learn language, the Huangdi that cares. Let's raise cultural acceptance by 2, because that's why we're doing this. Some people have passed. My legitimacy level goes up to 6, and I got more legitimacy. Nice. Okay. It didn't go up to 6. It's 200 away from 6, I'm assuming. Yeah, it had already given us the 200, and then it calculated how much it needed to give us and went 200. My player heir just divorced? He can do that? Alright, well. Interesting. And our oath is done now, because I've just built 8 buildings. So that oath is done, I think. Yes, my legacy stands proud. My work is done exactly as I said it would be. I heard the scorn of my detractors, their certainty I would fail when I swore my oath, but I proved them wrong. The voices of my doubters have changed. They now grant me the honor they once thought beyond my reach. A new day is upon us. That's really not a lot of legitimacy you get for doing that. It's a really low reward. Okay, drink tea. Alright. It's not even worth seeing what benefit it tells me I get. I might as well always just do this. And get anything. I got no benefit from the tea. Okay, fair enough. Shape the dynastic cycle. Push away division. That has to be the correct thing. Yeah. Which is funny, because I'm also the person who pushed towards division. So now I'm the one who's pushing away from the division. Okay. Yeah, because I'm the one who put in all of these push toward division bits in here. So now I'm pushing it away again. Okay. But we need it to slow down because we need these ones to have a chance of speeding up because they're mostly due to yearly drifts, and yearly drifts is going to take a while, right? So, yeah, it's going to take a little bit. Unless I go and win some wars, which, you know, I could go and win some wars. Heir unmarried. I'm assuming my heir can, like, marry off himself. There we go. We'll let him worry about that. Enter seclusion, isolate capital. Meditate in seclusion. Are these factions actually going to fire? Maybe. Yeah. It definitely has a high chance that those fire. Okay, anything else that I could do here? Funerals give you a high amount of legitimacy. If we got a funeral we could hold? Deceased. Now that's a bold one. To hold a funeral for my... Or for, like, the person who I murdered. That is a bold funeral to hold. I'm kind of thinking it's so bold I might just do it. But... That is wild. Yeah, let's do it. Let's hold a funeral for the person who I killed. Right. Everybody's invited to this funeral. Except they're not, because only 40 people get there. So, let's go. How long till it starts? 9 months. This person stopped being my disciple. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Vassals were imprisoned. Family members can get married. You, Aaron, my son. Allow marriage. You, Yancy, I've already allowed marriage for. Your grandson. Now, I can't allow marriage for him, so he's got to go find someone to marry. He is going to marry this person. Let's go. It's one of the best traits available, and that's what we'll do. As in, like, on the list, so it's fine. Grandson passed an examination. Very good job, grandson. The diseases are starting to leave this area, which gives us hope that eventually, eventually these factions will be not as strong. But yeah, you just need to wait for the disease to leave the area and then for popular opinion to go back up again. But it's going to take some time. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get some martial, like another burst of martial experience, so we can get up to the one that makes factions need to be stronger. But we'll see. Hey, we got legitimacy from tribute. That's wonderful. So our legitimacy is now 6, which is great. So we're now getting even more bonuses from it. Love it to get up to 7. Inspiration, the Huangdi's treasure. This guy would like to contribute, so we say, sure, that sounds fine. Okay, I could lose legitimacy, lose control in every faction county, and give them increased autonomy. Or I can say the peasants' lot is to serve their lord. Actually, there is an argument for just giving in, right? The argument for giving in is that this only goes up if we dismiss faction commands. But what if we don't? What if we just give in? I mean, look at what we get. So we get lord control in the factions. Well, where's the land that we're looking at here? So this is that it's this faction right here. So this is a huge faction, right? Let's go pick one of these bits of land. Okay, so it does currently have some control. So we would be losing a little bit from that. But it's not my land, fundamentally. Like, it's land that my vassals hold, so they'll solve that. It becomes harder for the control growth to go up, but popular opinion also goes up. Yeah, you know what? I'll take the hit. That's fine. Faction disbanded. Didn't move towards division. That's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. That works. Oh, talking of money. We need to have a look at... It must be in here. This, right? Yeah, because we can now have a look at budget allocation if we want to. Oh, right, I see. So when it says... That's interesting. So when you hold... This is something from earlier. When we hover over Grand Chancellor, right, it says they are typically assigned to the position of Secretary Director. What it means is Secretary Director is directly controlled by this, right? Which one of these it's on. Oh, okay. So actually they're always assigned to Secretary Director right now. Or do you need to change it? Expansion needs to be favored movement for Grand Marshal to be in there. Okay. Conservative movement needs to be there for Imperial Censor. Alright, well, you know, that would have been interesting to know. Candidate score focus. What's family? Level of fame and level of splendor have a major impact. Oh, and that's something to do with conservative movement as well. Okay, border wars policy. So top liege will always be defending war leader in wars for any title in their realm or conditional join. Assuming we can't do that due to not being in something. Oh, the realm size is too big. Okay. Fair enough. Rest of this is all fine. Autonomous control. Governors keep no personal men at arms. We can call it provincial armies for cheap. Interesting. Leave it where it is for now. Right. So we could adjust these if we want to. So it's got a trend on it as well. Difference in treasury that a budget category will receive compared to the previous budget enactment. Okay. So, salary budget is how much your vassals get as salary. Ministry budget is how much ministers get. Okay. The military is how much the military gets. And then anything else is how much I get. Anything that's left over? No, because it adds up to 100%. But can I lower this? Yeah, so that doesn't add up to 100%. No, that only adds up to 80%. I'm being stupid. That's why it says unallocated 20%. So am I getting the unallocated amount? Is that what's happening here? Okay, so this goes into budget, budget, budget. Yes, I get the unallocated amount. I see. Okay, interesting, interesting. So what would I want to do? So currently it also gives you opinion effects as well for it. So I could increase like the military budget to 30. So that's kind of standard, right? So we could re-increase the military budget back to standard, thereby increasing the amount of military that everyone has. You know what? Sure, let's do that. Let's increase the military budget. To provincial vassals, funds of additional military activity. Yeah, let's enact this budget. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm now making a lot less treasury, but that's fine because I don't really spend my treasury at the same rate that everyone else does. So I'm not going to give up to this one. I am definitely going to fight this rebellion, but I can manage things from here. Rally the troops. So what have we got? We got some armies that don't really matter at all. Wait a second. It's saying that there's a ton. I only see 2. Where's the rest of their army? Why is it telling me that so many armies raised when there's only 2? Ah, I see. Because there's some over here. There are some all over the place. That's very annoying. Okay, up here would be our ideal then for raising troops. Where's their leader? Your leader is in that army. Interesting. Okay, raise all. Inspiration realized made me some hand regalia. That's cool. I don't think we're going to use it, but it's cool. Right. Split in 2. First army. Yep, put in our organizer. Your job's to deal with that one. Second army. Put in whoever's best. Your job's to deal with that one. Let's go. Wonderful. People are joining my wars, which is great. We love to see it. 100% war score. Enforcer demands. Right, disband. New martial perk. We can now go for, which is hard rule, which means that faction military threshold for vassals goes up, which is good. What have I got here? It says I got new things. Oh, the hand regalia. Okay, and the royal court stuff that I got. I can ransom you for 100 gold, or I could just, I don't know, like execute you, probably. Like, would that work? Yeah, little execution. Right, an exact tribute from you again. No, you recently went on a trade mission. Okay. Right. So, which faction is strong now? Oh, the yellow furs one's gone. Right, wonderful. So is that solved? But, unfortunately, that did raise division again, because we then had a faction against us. Yes, that's a problem. It keeps moving along and along and along. Yeah, power sways. That we didn't get very much sway here, but that might be because we can't be the one that sways it. Oh, power sway toward more power sway towards conservative movement, I think. The legitimacy drift and yeah, it's annoying. A lot of things are working against us here, unfortunately. How are we looking in terms of expansion? 665. We could win some wars. That would probably help. Maybe, I was going to say maybe get some more people on our side, but I don't think we can. Positive is, if we were to have the vision right now, we would get to have all of this land in purple, and that would be fine. Right. Maybe it is worth trying to expand a little bit and declare some wars, but we'll see. I'm at an activity already. Sorry, I'm holding a funeral for the previous Huangdi, because I thought it would be funny at the time. Right. Concubine is pregnant. I'll say where there's life, there's always hope. Comfort our daughter, granddaughter. Morning Star. All eyes fall upon this person, but the thing is, all eyes should be on me, because it's all about my legitimacy. One moment in time. I promise to be a better Huangdi for legitimacy growth here. Well, I'm going to have a competition with this person about how much we miss this guy who we murdered. I will speak. I'll make a speech promising to carry on his will. There we go. A round of drinks for all to increase our legitimacy further. Sticky fingers. According to Prefect Wang Hangjiang of Huzhou, Prefect Wang Hangjiang of Huzhou has been secretly stealing from me. Wow, how could he ever have figured it out? According to this guy, he is stealing from me. He's just walked up to me and said, I'm stealing from you. Okay, the evidence he offered is indisputable. Yeah, he told me. The tallies corresponding exactly with missing or wasted taxes and tithes. But as I noticed here, he'll pay me back all zero in full. Okay, like, we'll say I forgive you for stealing nothing from me. Okay, that's fine. One of the greats. We can say, yeah, this guy's so great. Yeah, but I'll be better and increase my legitimacy. And we got more legitimacy for having the funeral. Alright, do we get down to earth, which proves our health. Right back from our travels, and clear all that, clear that. Concubine is pregnant, another one. And now we are about halfway to level 7 legitimacy, which will stop it taking towards division quite as quickly, which I think will be good. Yeah, and we'll see where we're at after that. So for now, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.